What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah. Okay. Press any button. Press any button. Got the giant kaiju in the back. It's pretty cool. Tyrannosaurus. Turnabout for the ages. Why is it doing that? Stop. Kept doing it. Seeing her up there is kind of weird. Just, you know, the old judgy dude. In defense, this is defense ready to proceed. You bet. Bring it on, Big G. The prosecution has been ready for some time. The original attorney in this case, Rosie Ringer, was murdered, while the original prosecutor, Eustace Winner, has disappeared. So Fender and Franziska have taken over in their places. Very well, let me begin by apologizing for the delayed start of these proceedings. The crime we're all here to adjudicate took place in the prison institution of the judiciary. What's more, the fact that the defendant was the warden of said prison carries grave implications. These two factors combined cause pre-trial preparations to take more time than usual. And then the unfortunate passing of the attorney in charge, Miss Rosie Ringer, delayed the trial yet further. Now we are ready to begin at last. Mr. Fender, Miss Von Karma, the court thanks you both for stepping in at such short notice. Hey, no sweat, Rosie. Rosie was your pal, right? And this was our last chat, our last case. Couldn't exactly say no, could I? You have to bear with me though, gang. I didn't exactly get a ton of time to read the paperwork. How about you, Fran? Everything cool over there on your side? It's hardly idea for the prosecution in charge of a case to have run off and abandoned it. But justice can't sit around waiting for him to grow a spine. The evidence has been just handed to me, so yes, I'm ready. Thank you both. Very well. Bring in the accused, Miss Fifi Lagarde, to the stand. Oh, we're actually getting a trial in here, huh? I invite the prosecution to make the open statement. Alright, the accused was... Let me stop you right there, darling. What is it, Miss Lagarde? Oh, I was just wondering if you could tell me something. That was something of being on why earth I'm here. Perhaps the opening statements will clarify that for you. But will they, dear? Really? Fine. Carry on if you must. I fully intend to. If you can stay quiet for one moment. The matter in question happened at the prison where Miss Lagarde worked as a warden. The victim, one Brocco Knight, was being held in the detention center, but the prosecution case will show that Miss Lagarde took him from the holding cells and murdered him. And she did it with this knife, huh? Is something the matter, Miss Von Karma? How can that? No, the evidence. What gives, friend? Everything okay? The murder weapon is not here. And neither is Bodahima Karnas's chisel. What? Say it ain't so. Silence. Silence. Miss Von Karma, explain yourself. I wish I could, Your Honor. No murder weapon, Then what exactly are you all doing here? Really, darling, you should have volunteered to prosecute in a case you can't even keep the evidence safe. I can only work with the previous prosecutor gave me. Little boy winner strikes again. Hey, G. What is it, Mr. Fender? Guess we know where we're going, huh? Let's kick this one down the road a little further, shall we?
Overruled.
The court hereby denies the defense request. What? Don't be like that. What's the dealio? She's absolutely right, of course. We simply can't have any more delays. Let's get on with the show. Everybody, wonderfully innocent I am, shall we?
Objection!
Innocent? I'll thank you to take this seriously. Oh, but I am, darling. And you don't have any evidence. You just said you're so yourself. In a courtroom, and evidence is everything. Haven't I heard that somewhere before? Without any, you can't charge me with anything. Isn't that right, Verity, darling? It is. What? Without the items in question, the prosecution's case against the defendant cannot proceed. As such, this court hereby declares the accused, Fifi Lagarde, not guilty.
Objection!
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold the phone there, hasty pants. You can't go dropping the verdict just like that. Forgive me, but why is the defense objecting to its client being acquitted? Don't be cute, kiddo. You know well as I do that little Miss Warden over there is guilty as all heck. And for the murder weapon, you know you were there right when we found it. Mr. Fender. It is incumbent upon this court to see a fair judgment is afforded to all. Then as the instrument of the court, I cannot allow my experiences or opinions to interfere with my work. You must think of the Judge Gavelle who was present at the murder, or was present at the murder weapon was found. And the Judge Gavelle you see before you in the courtroom today are two entirely different people. Why? Gee, you're killing me here. I have no choice but to pass judgment based on the evidence available.
Objection!
And we have the evidence, just not here. Give me some time, just a little. I'll find it. I swear it to you. The prosecution hereby requests a recess. So, yeah, the defense does that too. Come on, Your Honor. Don't do this like this. Like, is she evil or not? It's like so hard to tell. Very well. The court accepts the request. Really, Verity? You won't help anybody but bull into pressure like that, you know. There will be a 15-minute recess. I suggest that both the prosecution and the defense use the time well. Understood. Ooh, saved by the bell, huh? 15 minutes? Very well. We will reconvene in 15 minutes. But we did totally find that knife, didn't we, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, of course we did. What's the matter, detective? It's the metal detector, sure. It's, reacting to the alligator. What? How? The metal detector was reacting to something inside it, or after all. Your Honor, I'd like to remind you this piece of evidence. The chisel? Oh, we didn't just figure out that isn't the murder weapon. You might recall that Mr. Canis hid the chisel in his dog's mouth. Would you believe that the real murder weapon was hidden in much the same way? That's right, the murder weapon is hidden inside the alligator in that pond over there. So did somebody steal it or what? Mr. Edgeworth! Miss Barry, Mr. Saint. Are you here to watch the trial? Yeah, we heard it was going on to be a real fun show. Do you know where we need to go? I don't remember what voice I used for Mr. Saint. It's a trial for the case I was nearly convicted for. It should be starting any minute now. Were we late because of practice? But it's somewhere around here, right? Simeon, that's kind of a problem. They lost some evidence, the knife and the chisel. So they recalled a recess and kicked us all out of the group room. What? But no, they can't. They're not going to arrest you again, are they? Eek. Don't say that. No. Gee, I forgot how easy it was to upset you. Huh? How do you expect me to expect? I have no clue what it is. Speaking of an easy to upset, it's probably Francisca. Francina. Frienderella. Chill, okay? Just chill. Come on, put the whip away. That's it. That idiot so-called prosecutor. I'll find him and I'll make him eat my whip for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Eep. Milester, you gotta calm her down. The kid's gone cuckoo. I guess I better at least try. Okay, Meister. So you got your old memory back, huh? Sure did. I'm me again. You had me worried 6 ways till Sunday. Not that the other K wasn't a blast, too. Anyway, welcome back, kiddo. Bring it on. No. We need to be thinking about the trial. This trial right now, okay? Yeah, I guess things did go pretty pear-shaped in there, huh? The trial. We need to dig up this missing evidence, lickety-split. Well, we can't go on and putting them on trial hold much longer. Yeah, that's a stumper, all right. If only some kind soul would go and find it for us. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to get me to do all your dirty work, aren't you? Well, no. I don't wanna. That's an unexpected look, if I ever saw one. Miles Edgeworth. Can't help notice that you still haven't asked for your prosecutor's badge back, bucko. Finally decide to come back and walk the path of righteousness with me and your old man, huh? The committee has my badge. That much is true, but I haven't given up just yet. I'm still not ready to walk in my father's footsteps. No? Well, it's not like there's a deadline. You do you, as long as you need. The old family office has been waiting and welcome with open arms when you're done. Thank you, Fender. I wonder if he's going to try to do some, like, prosecutor, defense attorney fusion or something. That'd be a little interesting. Okay, I can push you around. Really? It's not working now. There's nothing we can do to help? Let me see. Oh wait, I have a good idea. If you guys could put on a show here in the courtroom, that would distract everybody. And they'd be so busy watching that, they'd have to postpone the trial till later. No. If they do that, they'll arrest me again. They won't. No, they won't. It's fine. Courtrooms are nice. If you entertain everybody, there's no way they'll arrest you. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? I really wish you wouldn't spout such nonsense with such infuriating confidence. This courtroom trials sure are fun. There's even an animal tamer performing here today. An animal tamer? But she's a little too grumpy. Might want to think about appealing to the audience a little more. But she's so good with that whip. You think Francisca's an animal tamer? If you're talking about who I think you are, the whip is exclusively reserved for use on humans. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Notice anything? I can't believe that has just disappeared. I'm not surprised. That little jerk. After we went through so much trouble to find that knife, too. Indeed, in the belly of an alligator, no less. And why would he want Fifi Lagarde to get off of the thing that he was going to I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she gave him money or something. Who freaking knows? There's got to be some way. Indeed, in the belly of the alligator, no less. Do you think somebody took it deliberately? I think it's a possibility that we'd be foolish to discount. But then let's ask everyone who had everything to do with this case. Somebody might have a hot tip to offer us. Yes, I think it's probably a good idea. The trial. Was the only one who brought, or who, was I the only one who brought, or not brought, was I the only one who thought that there was something weird about the trial? Warden Lagarde didn't seem worried at all. You're right. She didn't. It is almost as she knew that the key evidence was missing. Yeah, Judge Cavell was acting strangely too. Agreed. I wonder if there could be something going on behind the scenes. There definitely is. Oh, there 100% is. But what is it? I don't know. It's a model of the courthouse. Look how realistic it is. There's something written here. This incredible model can transform into a robot at the touch of a button. Those wishing to see the transformation in action should inquire at the main reception desk. The courthouse model transforms? Mr. Edgeworth? Huh? She seems very subdued for once. I thought she'd be excited by something like this. When the model transforms, does the whole building transform too? Hey, there's no possible universe in which that would or could happen. I hope. What does it transform into? The court is in recess. Nobody's allowed to enter. Really? Really, nobody? The court is in recess. Nobody's allowed to enter. If nobody's allowed to enter, how will the trial ever get started again? I don't know. You got me. You got me good. How you like that, Mr. Edgeworth? I hit him with a stone cold contradiction. One that gained us exactly nothing. Okay. This couch must be a few years old. It's very well worn indeed. Yeah, but who would have worn it? Not worn it in. That. Never mind. I think we got our wires crossed there somewhere. Alright. Let's just talk to Francisca. That's probably all the same things they were before. Oh, it's you. Good morning, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor. Francisca. You shouldn't be here, you know. You're not in the right line of work anymore. You should be at home planning whatever it is you mean to do with the rest of your life. The trial. What are you going to do, Francisca? You only have 15 minutes. Do you think I know that? And with that infuriating, reasonable look off your face. You look like a news anchor calmly reading in the news or something. And it's utterly exasperating. It's probably better that I don't rise to that. Knight's murder. I never imagined that you'd be one prosecuting this case, Francisca. Nor did I. But what a case. The murder of a presidential bodyguard. And by the warden of the prison, no less. The murder weapon was properly entered into the evidence and everything. And yet, when you went to present the knife in the court, it wasn't there. That imbecile. Not only did he abandon his case, he made me look like a total fool. Next time I see that little coward, I'll whip him into shape. If that's the last thing I do. You go ahead and do that. But quit taking it out on me. Or quit taking it out on the people around him. Yeah, if only somebody would go and sniff out the evidence. I know what you're about to say. So just say it. Fine, we'll do it. Way to go, Mazio. You sure? I'm the only one free because it's my video game. I'll do what I can. But that might be, or that might not much, but that might not be much in 15 minutes. Frighten me by as much time as we can, okay? Fine, I'll do it. Only a little. But you better hurry up. G won't be banging that hammer of hers until you made it back with the goods, I promise. Thank you. I'll be counting on you, Fender. And you, Francisca. How does that sound? What makes you think I'll accept your help? How about some advice instead? That you seriously consider a new career as a news anchor. Come on, friend. Clock is ticking here. Time to step up to the plate. Alright, fine. We will stand trial as long as we can. But you better get your ex-prosecutor behind in gear. You know, I quite like having to run errands for me. Maybe that would be, or maybe that could be a new career instead. Glad you're on board. I can help too. I don't want to be arrested again. Oh, that sounds fun. Can I play? Alright. That would be very helpful, both of you. Very well. Where shall we begin? I think we need to go speak to a certain somebody, don't you? Who will we need to speak in order to find out where the evidence went? I don't even know why they need this selection. It'd be kind of weird if you could get to go to Fifi. Eustace Winner. That's right, he's the supposed custodian of the evidence in question. Eustace Winner. Oh, the new prosecutor guy? Okay, we're on it. Thank you, Mr. Saint. Alrighty then. You think we better huddle talk to Tactus, huh, Fran? Just the two of you? Wow! Don't keep me waiting, Miles Edgeworth. I'll try not to. We'll be back as soon as we can. Oh, Freddy Pooh, wait up now. Alright, we need to fix Mr. Winner and fast. Or fine, not fix. Whoa. Judge Gambit. The whole reason why I thought we were here in the first place. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, a pleasure as always. A pleasure? How's it a pleasure? And what was that all about just now? Kay, stop it. But Judge Gambit knows that horrible woman is the killer. Why in the heck would she... Evidence is the only language in the goddess of justice understands. My own personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. Is this all Judge Verity Gambit is? You may believe my thinking to be heartless, but it is my way. To be this hard is unforgiving. There's something I'd like to ask you, if you don't mind. Please, go ahead. What were you doing on the roof of the big building 2 nights ago? The roof? You met the president up there, didn't you? We've seen security footage of the two of you. And is there something wrong with that? Only his body was discovered this morning, right next to the very same building. What? I think you understand what I'm getting at. You're considered a suspect. What happened between the two of you? Nothing. We simply talked for a few minutes. And when we were done, I left. I took the elevator back downstairs alone. That much we know to be true. As I said, we've seen the footage. And what business did you have with the leader of a foreign power? I'm not at liberty to say. I see. Well, I'm not at liberty to leave until I have the answers. In which case, there's only one thing for it. She's hiding something, and I have to get it out of her. Oh, one of these. Okay. Judge Gavel met with the president of Zhangfa the night before last. Yes, I admit it. We were met on the roof of the big building. But it was simply to discuss professional matters. Matters that I'm not obliged to discuss with you. I'm clearly going to have to work hard to get past her professional defenses. If she puts up too intentional of a facade, I'll probably be better off biding my time. I should start by asking what she met the president to talk about. Mine just commence. Perhaps you could begin by telling us what you met the President Wang to discuss. As I told you, professional matters. Professional matters which I don't intend to share with you. So I'm glad you understand. I must say, you're a very busy woman. A judge, a committee member, and an occasional aide to us on the field even. Thank you. I take my professional duties very seriously. And do those duties include meeting with foreign dignitaries? Yes, of course. From time to time. The law is my life, and nothing I do falls outside the scope of my duties. You returned Kay's promised notebook just this morning. Surely you can't claim that you fell within the scope of your duties. I'm not yet a perfect servant of the law. That much is true. No, you're a human being. And that was an act of simple human kindness. You have feelings, Judge Gavel, and you're allowed to have them. About the president's death, too. I can still hardly believe it. If I might ask, how did he die? He was crushed to death by the head of a monster known as Torosaurus. Forgive me. Is that true? He died at the set of a movie? He did. Interesting. That you should even know what Torosaurus is. Oh, I'm a big fan. I don't know what to tell you. I must imagine I must have heard about it from you since... Don't lie. You're a huge fan, aren't you? Something about them shooting a movie somewhere near the big building. She isn't fooling anybody. She clearly is very upset about something. She mentioned Mr. Winter, who seems to have disappeared along with some vital evidence. Perhaps she won't tell us what she discussed with the president. Maybe we should try to find out what else she might be hiding. I'm very clearly under her skin. I need to dig further. Where's that boy? Franziska stepped in to take Mr. Winter's place in the trial. But how was she supposed to prosecute the case if he never handed over the evidence? My interest is solely ensuring that the trial proceeds fairly once it has begun. And if and only if it has, or once it has, the vital evidence cannot be presented. It should be no surprise. It should surprise no one if the accused goes free. I am a judge, a servant of the law. My personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. So you have no personal feelings when it comes to Mr. Winter's disappearance? Of course I do. I worry about him terribly too. Wait, 2? Does that mean there's somebody else you're worried about as well? I imagine their identity might explain your strangely agitated state. I don't know what you're talking about. I am a servant of the law, and my feelings are immaterial. You're no servant, you're a person. We are all servants of the law. All of us who stand in the courtroom. But we're not superhuman. You, me, everybody else. We're just people underneath it all. Much as we like to bury our feelings and remain impartial, that simply isn't possible. Ah. You're right, of course. I'm in no fit state to offer impartial judgment. Please, Judge Gavel, just tell us the truth. What is going on? What do I do? What do I do? It's like she's like come apart. I've never seen her lose composure like this. Should I ask her who the person she is so worried about? Is there like something, or like someone's holding her family hostage if something doesn't go right or something? Her professional mask is finally beginning to slip. Perhaps now I can get the human being underneath. Judge Gavel, who are you worried about? And where are they? My apologies, but I simply cannot tell you that. Of course, because now I have to dig. This person you're worried about, is it Torosaurus? I really don't have the time for jokes, Mr. Edgeworth. It's not a joke. When I told you how the president was killed, you seemed surprised when I mentioned that it was crushed by Torosaurus. That was simply a shock at learning how he died. And where? A half-built film set on an empty lot? Don't lie to me. I'll expose you in the end. Neither the time or patience of grandstanding right now, Mr. Edgeworth. Grandstanding. I guess I didn't choose my words carefully enough. I haven't analyzed my opponent's reactions according to, you know, Torosaurus. It sounds as if something were. It sounds as if something about where he died is particularly troubling to you. No, it's not true at all. It's just film set are places where dreams are made, and instead, a great man met his end there. I only hope that the utmost care is taken when the news is shared with his cast and crew. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid a cast and crew already know. We met 2 of them at the scene. A crew member was a young actor, Sean Fenn. No, why? Why does this have to happen? Something about the Torosaurus connection really seems to be upsetting her. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue. The person you're worried about is Mr. Winner. He has not been seen since he discovered the truth about his father. Of course I am worried about him, but this is also be a valuable test for him. He chooses to disappear and can choose to reappear. And the other person you're worried about can't. That's something I'm not at liberty to talk about. I don't know what might happen when that poor child, if I did. That poor child, are you talking about? Nobody, please. It was nothing. Ignore it. Judging by the look on her face, she definitely shouldn't. I think I might be able to prove to be a valuable clue. Judge Cavell, who are you worried about? And where are they? My apologies, I simply cannot tell you that. Time to deploy my clue. Is this poor child is missing? And you're desperate to find them. Ah! And since you say child, I suppose we're right in assuming that this person is a minor. I can't answer that, and I won't. It has no bearing on whoever... Oh no, hold on, it's not whoever. It has no bearing whatsoever on the murder of the president. Time to deploy my clue. You seem very sensitive every time they mention Torosaurus. The poor child you mentioned has something to do with that, with the movie, don't they? Ah! How? How did you? You're usually so cool and collected. Your discomfort told me everything I needed to know. Who is this poor child? You have to tell us. Very well. You figured out so much already. I might as well tell you the truth. The person who I'm so worried about, the person that I'm so desperate to find, is Sean Fenn. Sean? But why? That is more than I can allow you to know. Judge Cavell, you said you wouldn't tell us the truth. And if you don't give up it voluntarily, we will have to force it out from you. I'm afraid you're just going to have to accept that. I need to get her to tell me why she's so desperate to find Sean. Are you a fan of Sean, perhaps? Am I? Yes, I am. I am an ardent admirer of the work of Sean Fenn, the child actor extraordinaire. By my time, she's defensive. I heard that he was filming near the big building. So I made my business to learn where the set was and some other important details. I see. I suppose that makes sense. As a fan, you would want to know such things. I imagine you would have tried to learn when he was supposed to be on the set. Yes, of course. He said he'd be filming there all day. You make it sound like you heard it from Sean himself. I don't think he'd be sharing his schedule with a mere fan, do you? No, I misspoke. Ignore me. Every slip of the tongue she makes seems to be to do with Sean. And now we know she's spoken with him. That's an important clue. We were trying to find Sean too. Do you have any idea where he might be? Why would I have any idea about that? The two of us aren't connected in any way at all. Oh, okay. That's okay. The other one's not. Okay. Do you know him? Do you know Sean personally? He is famous. I doubt there's many people who don't know him. Certainly didn't. I didn't until today. Then you clearly need to be better informed, and perhaps I could teach you a few things. There is almost nothing I don't know about him. Forgive me. I allowed myself to get a little carried away. That seems to happen quite a bit when the subject of Sean comes up. Yeah, look. I do not know him personally. I simply know a lot about him. Time to deploy my clue. I can understand you being worried about Sean, but you seem a little too worried. And you implied before that you had spoken to him, which must surely mean that you know him personally. Ah! How did I give away so much? So the two of you are acquainted. This is surely a important clue. Do you know where he is? Trying to find Sean too. Do you have any idea where he might be? Why would I have any idea about that? Because you do. The two of us aren't connected in any way at all, but you talk to him. Time to deploy my clue. I do not know exactly the connection is between you and Sean, but I know for certain that it exists. You're as good as told us that it does. No. Please, Judge Gavel, you have to try and help us find him. Help you? That would never be allowed. By whom? The goddess of justice. By the one person who knows where he is. Oh. At last, the puzzle pieces are finally starting to fall in place. I know why you're so reluctant to tell us anything about the relationship with Sean. Admit it, he's been kidnapped, hasn't he? Judge Cavell, I need you to tell me the truth, all of it. Very well, this time. So wait, that's not the real kid? Your intuition was correct. Sean has been kidnapped. I knew it. But why does it have anything to do with you? Sean is... He's my son? What? Well, we may not have found out what she and President Ang Wang were talking about, but we found out something just as important. Sean has been abducted. Not exactly the endgame I was expecting, but that's checkmate nonetheless. Her son? What? Her son? What? What? Sean's mom's Judge Gavel? I know, right? No way, come on. You're too young. It's true. I'm Sean's mother. She's not really that young. Isn't she like 26? 27? 28? 26. He's 13. Oh. 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 Ooh. Oh. Okay. Okay. All right. That's all. It's true. I'm Sean's mother. Look. A magazine clipping. An article about Sean. You always carry this with you? Yes, everywhere I go. I guess I could call it a kind of a talisman. That certainly speaks of the bond between them. And you're sure he's been kidnapped? Unfortunately, yes. I received a phone call from the kidnapper just before the trial began. Did they make any demands? Only one, that Fifi Lagarde to be found not guilty.
I wonder who that was.
Does it rhyme with L.E.D. Biller? Well, that certainly explains what we saw in there. And without any, you can't charge me with anything. Isn't that right, Verity, darling? It is. Without the items in question, the prosecution's case against the defendant cannot proceed. As such, this court hereby declares the accused, Fifi Lagarde, not guilty. That's why you came so close to declaring her innocent. So why would... Because her getting called seems similar to the second game / trial. I'll wonder. I have failed in my duty to the law. I am a judge. If I cannot... It's arbitrate, right? Arbitrate with impartiality. I'll make a mockery of justice. And yet, I tried to. I tried to force through the ruling based on nothing but my own self-interest. Judge Givel. The goddess must be furious with me. But I just couldn't do it. I couldn't sacrifice my son on the altar of justice. I couldn't remain impartial when it mattered most. Of course you couldn't. Are you crazy? Hey. No parent could just give up their child like that. If that makes the goddess of justice mad, then I'm sorry, but she's wrong. If she really thinks that way, then she's the guilty one. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes. Declaring the goddess guilty. That's bold. Kay is right. As I told you, though we were all serve the law, we also only human. So none of us could or should be expected to sacrifice a child for the sake of a verdict. Thank you, both of you. But the trial must continue. There's no escaping that. Your Honor, there you are. It seems it's time. Judge Gabel. My dad was a prosecutor. Was he? He was oh, he what? Oh, it was CC. It was the okay. He was? Yeah, he used to work in the courtroom just like you do. And I was thinking about what we would have done if he was in your position right now. If a prosecutor were forced to insist that a suspect was guilty, that would... I know what he would have done. Anything, that's what. He would have done anything to get me back. He would. So I'm just trying to say is, you can trust in us. What do you mean? To get him back. To snatch from the jaws of danger. I am the second Yanagrasu. And if you agree to trust me, I'll promise I'll get him back for you. The thief who steals only the truth, and perhaps one or two other things. Well, Judge Gavelle, what do you say? Will you trust the great thief to steal back what matters most to you? Mr. Edgeworth. This is the only stealing she's allowed to do. I'd like to help too, if that's alright with you. Thank you. I know I am in no position to ask of you. But please, please, see that he comes home safely. Oh, we will. Don't worry, you can count on us. Here, take my cell phone. But how are we gonna call you? The kidnapper may call again. You'll get it back, along with your son, I promise. I will do everything I can to draw out the trial. But if I don't imagine that I can give you more than about 2 hours at best. 2 hours? That gives us until 2 p.m. Please, I'm counting on you. So now she's in on it. Okay. So she can stonewall Fifi. And here I thought the great thief was on sabbatical. Well, hold on to your hat because she's back in business. Alright, let's do this. My first commission, I can't afford to mess it up. In that case, we better start looking right away. Where to begin?
God, where the heck did he go?
Maybe he just went home. You're right. They won't be doing any filming today after all.
Sure. Or maybe he went on lab.
Perhaps we should go see if Sean left any clues behind at the big building. We're going there? Hey. What are you doing giving orders? This is a great thief operation. I'm in charge now. Is that so? Then what am I? You're my assistant. The first assistant to the great thief Yadagrasu. Talk about an honor. I have relegated to a thief's assistant. We ain't doing anything else, mister. I threw my badge away for a minute. Alright, let's go to work. Team Yadagrasu, move out. Oh, yatta there! Chun-Li's winning thing. Alright. Here we are. Ready. 1, 2, 3. Just follow my lead. You'll be fine, okay? What exactly are you talking about? Even in the depths of the night. I'm Batman. Hey, it's your turn. Keep it up, will you? Why are you making me do this? Because I'm the great thief Yadagrass who just arrived at the scene of the crime, dummy. How is anyone supposed to know if we don't announce her appearance? You may be a thief, but that's certainly I am not. Fine. I'll do it on my own. Even in the depths of the night, when no other bird dares to take flight. One alone soars to shine, the light of the righteous on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yadagrasu. I'm very much aware who you are, thank you. Now, shall we get on with this investigation? I know, do you know owls exist? You're no fun at all. I know, I just told you about owls. We don't have time for fun. We have less than 2 hours, in fact. We better get started. All right. We have the photo. Let's show it to a few people and see if it jogs any memories. Is that Will Powers? Are you Will Powers?
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, long time no see.
Wait, you're... This is Will Powers. He's an action star I met on an old case. He also the man behind the mask of the one and only Steel Samurai. Long time no see indeed. Nice to meet you. I'm Kay Faraday, the Great Thief. Mr. Edgeworth has been working as my assistant.
Good to meet you. But thief? Mr. Edgeworth, you've been assisting a thief?
Let's not worry about that for now. We'd like to ask you about what happened this morning, if that's all right.
Sure. I don't know if I can be of much help to you, but sure.
So who really one of Sean's work colleagues? I guess we better dive right in. About the incident. I heard you were investigating this one, Mr. Edgeworth.
I heard you were investigating this one, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, yes. But I'm not the prosecutor in charge, of course.
But if you're Kay's assistant, I guess this is her case?
No, that's simply, I can see you're an intelligent man. You're right, of course, I'm in charge of this one. Don't encourage her.
Oh, it's too loud. I'm trying to turn the fan up a little bit. It's getting hot.
Don't encourage her. Alright, you'll need to give me straight answers first. Of all, this case. Have you noticed anything where, perhaps you could give me your impressions? Is that supposed to sound like me?
My impressions? I guess main concern is, no offense to the victim and all, but it's all over the production. Are we done? I can't help but worry.
I think it's probably safe to assume that we are, at least for now.
Right, I knew it. What a bummer. We don't have the location for much longer either.
Because you are due to finish shooting soon.
No, because they were due to start building. That lot won't be empty for long. They were letting us use it while they got ready to make a start.
I guess the plan was to shoot the rest in the lot, the back at Global Studios.
I've been so worried about everything. What's with the people spreading all these rumors too?
Rumors?
Yeah, the journalist that keeps coming around. Y'all been hiding real monsters on that set of yours.
Y'all can't do that. I'm gonna expose y'all.
She's always saying stuff like that.
I think I know exactly this journalist might be.
Yeah, the photographer, right? I thought you may knew her.
You both know her. Remember, the 4th case of the 2nd game. You were both there. Did you not forget? Lot of heart, you know, lot of hair.
I love that. It's like when Phoenix first meets her, it's like, you remember me, huh? He's like, a lot of heart, a lot of hair, and I forget what the third one was, but
But you're not, are you? Hiding real monsters, I mean.
Are you kidding? If they've had real monsters to call on, I'd be out of a job.
Creature feature. That's what you say, but then... so you've been working on... So you've all been working hard on this movie.
Yeah, this is the first time I've been on a reboot of an old series. This one's a real challenge for me and everybody else here at Global Studios.
If only they had put this kind of energy on making a new Steer Samurai show or something. What role are you playing in this one?
Probably Torosaurus. Me? I'm Torosaurus himself.
No way, you're the star?
Well, not quite. I'm in a costume, see? My face won't ever appear on screen.
Really? Still, that's pretty amazing. I wish I could wear a costume like that. Hey, do you think I could try it on sometime? I'd settle for just climbing inside one of the horns.
I'd love to say yes, but that's not how it works. You can't really climb inside that part.
Oh, I get it. It's because I'm an outsider, right? No, the horn's too small. That's not the issue at all, okay?
Sean Fenn.
Can I ask you a couple of questions about Sean?
Sean? Oh, sure. Penny told me what happened. He just disappeared, right? Yeah, sounds like him.
Does he do that a lot?
Yeah, kinda. If we take 5 mid shoot, you look around sometimes and he's just gone.
Do you have any idea where he might have headed off to?
Sorry, no. I did see him leaving the set though.
Huh? You did? Where was he headed?
He got on a site bus. But I was checking some equipment over. By the time I looked back up, he was gone.
The site bus. I wonder if he left any clues behind. Do you mind if we take a look inside the bus, Mr. Powers?
Sure. You have an excuse the mess, though.
Oh, alright, let's check out what we can find. There's an array of filling equipment here. Are you getting ready to shoot something?
No, nothing scheduled for today at this location. It's just the case has gone missing.
Case? What is he talking about?
Yeah, all that stuff that they're normally stored inside a large case. But I look away for 5 minutes and wandered off somewhere.
Sounds like there's a thief around here. What exactly was taken?
Just the case, as far as I can tell.
Why don't you take that? It would have been more interested in what was inside myself. I guess whoever took it must have needed the case more than its contents. Did they need to put something in it?
Most likely.
It's a map of the area around the big building. Let's take a closer look. I don't really buy into all that stuff. But they say the light from the sun of the morning gives it you more wrinkles, right? And why are we talking about this? Why do you think? Because they call it Mornington Park.
It says Mornington, but okay.
I'd certainly like to be basking in the morning sunshine without the cat in the well right now. The Sunshine Coliseum. They hold all kinds of events there. Yeah, I wanted to go to the World's Thief Symposium, but they canceled it this year. It was so cool. Thieves from all over the planet, all gathered in one place. I mean, there was that one thing that they arrested pretty much everybody who attended, I guess. And some people did say the whole thing was a trap set by the police. And yet you still wanted to go. There's a lot of garbage preceding the facility, right next to the fishing port here. Do they process garbage they pull out of the sea or something? I guess they might, but I doubt that's all they deal with. So what else? Oh, like garbage that washes all up on the shore? Shells of fish bones and stuff? Well, who throws stuff like that in there in the first place, huh? They should be ashamed of themselves. Didn't they ever hear of recycling? You can make earrings and necklaces and, yeah. Let's maybe talk about this another time, shall we, Kay? There's nothing of interest here, even though it says, This is the big building itself, so that's where we are right now. It's kind of cool looking, but still can't quite bring myself to like it. I'm not surprised. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised you would ever want to come here again. Hey, when this is all over, when we have the whole case wrapped up, can we come here for just for fun, where we can bring Gummy too? You don't let the past drag you down, do you? It's admirable quality, I guess. Let's think about that later, shall we, Kay? The case isn't over just yet. We can't afford to start making plans for when it's done. No fun. Fine, let's hurry up and solve this little mystery, shall we? The Sundown Sanitation Plant. What do they make cleaning products there or something? Sadly not. I think they just incinerate all the garbage on the trucks they bring back. By the way, Kay, you seem a little antsy. Oh, it's nothing. Hey, did you see up on the other corner of the map? There's another garbage facility. Indeed there is. I imagine it probably fulfills slightly different function. There seems to be quite a few such facilities in the area. Yeah, this place is littered with them. Really? That's what you were so excited about? A third-rate pun? Alright, that's it for that.
Oh, hey there, pal. Why the long face, huh? Ever think you might lighten up a little?
Did you take on any passengers this morning?
Does a witch wear a pointy hat? You bet I did. Just one fare, mind you.
And who was the passenger?
It was two guys. Had on black suits, real sharp looking.
Did they have a boy with them? This boy.
Nah, like I said, it was just the two of them.
Alright, never mind. Thank you for your help. I thought we might have been on something there, but had no luck.
Oh, but I got a little clue. A little clue.
Two dudes.
A very good day, you Prosecutor Edgeworth, sir.
Huh? I'm not a prosecutor anymore. But he doesn't need to know that, I guess.
Or he could just be saying, you know.
Good day to you, officer. Can I ask you a question, or can I ask why you've been posted here?
Me? Oh, I'm just keeping an eye on things.
Excellent. Then perhaps you can tell us if any vehicles have come in or out of this morning.
None except the taxi and the blue truck over there, sir.
Only two vehicles have come in or out. That could be useful to know. Sean! You in there? No sign of him here either. Kinda thought that the basket on the back of the truck here looked suspicious. She's not wrong, it does. Huh? What are you doing, Mr. Edgeworth? Why are you touching the truck? The engine's cold, which means it's been here for a while. No way, you could tell just from that? And if it's been parked here for a while, I guess the driver might not be nearby either. We won't really have time to stand around waiting until he gets back.
Okay. Getting the clues.
Where would have Sean been sitting?
Sean? Oh, that's the seat in the backpack on it.
There's something poking out of it. A videotape.
Huh? We use those when we're shooting. Why would Sean have one?
Was there something he wanted to record? This could be a clue.
Do you have a way for us to check what's on this tape? Sure, there's a couple of monitors set up right over there. All right, hitting play.
It's Sean, and he is rehearsing his lines. Sean was over there on his own, rehearsing it, running his lines. There's clearly a visible footprint there, which means it's from last night.
Yeah, does he does this sometimes. When he's not happy with a scene, he borrows the equipment and goes over it on his own time.
Wow, he's really dedicated, huh?
Sure is. He may be young, but he takes his craft seriously. You gotta admire it. Well, the part of it, at least, using the kit without asking the part, not so much.
And he would have been able to use the equipment on his own. Sure, if all he wanted,
all he wanted to do was shoot something pretty basic.
Huh? What is it, gay? Where did Sean go? He ran off somewhere. And he just left the camera running? It stopped. I guess it ran out of tape. So that's all that's there. Sean rehearsal? It's about past midday already. You think Judge Cavell and the others are doing okay? I'm not sure. How long has it realistically been possible to drag out the proceedings, I wonder? We have to find Sean. Indeed we do. Oh heck, nothing like that, dang it.
She brought her friend.
How do you think we're gonna get a scoop like that? Sorry, Chief, my bad. How many times do I gotta say it? We're scoop friends, wild critters that survive on scoops, and scoops alone. Every second we ain't scooping, we're starving. So let's scoop or die out here. Yes, Chief. Well, look who it is. Although I can't help but wish it wasn't. When did those two get here? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. We should go talk to them. Should we? Fine. You first. She'll give us a headache. Well, if it ain't my good friend Ruffles, good to see you again. And you, Miss Lloyd. But how come you're here, if you don't mind me asking? Miss Lloyd, the accusation of murder made against you was of course entirely groundless. But the fact remains that you are willing to participate and stage an assailant or assassination attempt. The police would no doubt wish to speak to you about the matter. You should be aware that you may well be punished for your actions. Well, they kinda dropped the whole case out of nowhere. Packed me up and shipped me home without much of a slap on the wrist. Guess it was their way of saying, you keep up the good work now. They did seem kinda keen to get me to never ever mention the whole thing ever again, though. Yes, because you want a part of the official story of an attempt on the president's life. And they can't afford of getting in the way of that. But Mr. Edgeworth, telling Tabby not to talk is like telling her to stop a dam from bursting into a piece of tape. Not exactly the most delicate way of putting it. Rep the whole thing, of course, every last detail, plus a few of my own. Handing the paper in hopes all are high and all. But nothing, not a peep. Was somebody putting pressure on them? Or were the details you added too gratuitous, perhaps? Both seem equally plausible, unfortunately. Reporting. What are you doing here at the big building? Are you reporting on something? Hey, maybe I don't make this clear enough the first time we met. But you want a reporter to scratch your back? You gotta scratch hers first, if you catch my meaning. God, my nose is so itchy. You mean you want us to give you something if you could use in an article? Bingo. Ain't better be good. Because if it ain't, this conversation is over. I need to know what you might have happened to Sean. Perhaps I could show her a piece of evidence to see if she has anything to give in return. Okay. Miss Lloyd, in this picture. Say no more ruffles, I already know what you're gonna ask. Huh? You do? You're looking for him, right? The kid. What? You just can't get it from under the drama, huh? Wherever he goes, the bodies follow. Miles Edgeworth, trouble magnet. Pretty much sums it up, right? Is my reputation really so sordid? And now you've got yourself all wrapped up into kidnapping too. Crazy. Huh? How did you know that? Shh, pipe down, will you? Can't be talking about this stuff too loud. Ain't even told the chief about it. Gotta keep it on the down low, okay? You know. That ain't a cat that I want out of the bag just yet. Seriously, how do you know about it? Surely Judge Goodell hasn't told anybody except us. I bet you'd love to know, wouldn't you? Well, you can't. It's a secret. She's as stubborn as ever, it seems. Hey, quit staring at me like that. Ain't staring at nothing, like a thundercloud of the face. What she knows. So you know something, right? Sure do. Truth is, I've done saw it. Little kid being bundled off by two shady characters in black suits. What? Do you know where they went? Nope. Don't got a clue. It was kind of far away. I spotted them. Last sight, pretty quick. Dang it. Still, at least we know something about our kidnappers now. Yes, two men in the black. Alright. Let's see what you know. Abby Lloyd. Miss Lloyd calls you Chief, doesn't she? Sure does. Cause that's exactly what I am. She's my #1 club reporter. You see my unique brand of shutterbugging?
caught her eye, so she came to me to learn the trade. She may be a scribbler, not a snapper. But the both of us hungry for a soup 24/7. And besides, who doesn't want to be called chief, right? Miss Hogg pictures her what drew Miss Lloyd to her. I suppose it's no surprise that the particular chief attracted an apprentice with such unique taste. Sure, she didn't score no big stories just yet, but she's hungry. Boy, is she. Hungrier than me, even. And when she wants the Torosaurus exclusive batter, then a coyote wants a chicken. She's been turning this place upside down all day, looking for leads. She has. Maybe she knows something about the kidnapping. I think we should ask her, don't you, Miss Redruth? Agreed. We need to help we can get to find Sean. I can think of one piece of evidence that might encourage her to tell us what we need to know. Your scoop. So now that the story of the underground auction is in the bag, what next? Come on, I said I never need to ask. Torosaurus, that's what's next. Fate done dropped him right away in her dang lap. Snuck in upstairs to cover an auction. And in the shadows, right in the doorstep, it stomps big old footprints, everything for good measure. And do you have a particular news outlet in mind for this big scoop? Huh. Does a bear do its business in the woods? I got me 2 or 3 in mind. It may be all over this like a rash. Heck, there's even one right here in the big building. Tabby and me, we're in and out of the time. In and out of there all the time. I mean, mostly on account of how they found the scene. Could be throwing us out on our ears, but still. It sounds as if they're both more than out of it. Is there anything else I need in here? They already did the thing with the thing. Around. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. We did the truck. Okay. It's logicking time. Men in Black. 2 men. Connect. Yeah. So we learned a little about something about the kidnappers. Miss Lloyd saw the 2 men taking Sean away. And next the taxi driver remembers giving 2 similar looking men a ride. They must be the same people, right? I say it's a distinct possibility, yes. But there's one thing that doesn't make sense. The taxi driver specifically said the 2 men didn't have a child with them. Oh yeah, that is weird. Nothing new. Okay, everything seems to be alright. Must be just logicking now. Could it be the kidnappers who stole the case? Wait, you mean? Yes. What if they put Sean inside it? He's little enough that he'd fit, I guess. So the reason taxi driver didn't see him might be that he was loaded into the trunk as baggage. But why would they need to hide him? I'd imagine they might not have planned it originally. But they didn't count on being a police present here in the plaza. Right, makes sense. They didn't want the officer on duty to see them going off with Sean. So they rather took a drastic measure. That must be it. Alright. Let's go and see what the taxi driver can tell us. The two men you told us about, did they have any baggage with them? Boy, did they. A giant case wasn't easy getting that thing in the trunk, I'll tell you. That settles it. They must have been the kidnappers. Where did you take these two men, if you don't mind me asking? Look, I can see this is important. How about I give you a ride there? That'd be a great idea. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, thank you. My pleasure, folks. Investigation complete. April 6th. 12:57. Who knows? Did he have to drive that fast? Feel kind of queasy. Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? You look a little green yourself. I'm fine. The driver said he took the men to the garage of this house right here, which means this must be where they brought the case. No way. Look at the name of the mailbox. The name. What? Excelsius Winner. This must be that chairman guy's house. What? Excelsius Winner ordered Sean's kidnapping? Isn't he currently under arrest? Nice, the garage door is unlocked. You spotted that quickly, although I guess I probably shouldn't have been surprised. Oh, check out that motorcycle. Wait, that motorcycle. Is that the same motorcycle for what's his face? Oh man, what was his name? Madam Guards? It smells of engine oil in here. I guess Winner, sir. Or Winner Senior. Must be something of a motorhead. Anybody home? Know anybody? What are we, Kay? Common house thieves. You take that back. We're great thieves. And don't let me ever hear you say any different. Have some self-respect, Mr. Edgeworth. She didn't like that at all. Anyway, It seems nobody's around, which is hopefully means we're not at risk of being arrested. Don't let your guard down yet. We're only just getting started here. Now, let's find some treasures. Aren't we supposed to be looking for Sean? No way, this bike is super cool. And there's even a skull over the headlight. I suppose it's designed so that the eyes light up when they turn it on. Really? Wow. I bet nothing's compared to when you get that steely glint in your eyes. My eyes don't actually light up, Kay. Is that blood? Look, a treasure. Death. These are mechanics gloves. They're designed to be worn when fixing vehicles or working with machines. They're covered in oil that looks different, like it must have been from a machine too. And strangely dirt. An awful lot of dirt. I thought they would have gotten like that from motorcycle maintenance. I hate the guy, but I have to admit, I like his glove a lot. You think we can maybe come up with a good excuse to borrow them? I was about to take them into evidence, but now I'm not so sure it's a good idea. I think we know what this is. Guess it has to be at the equipment case that Mr. Powers told us was stolen. They folded little Sean up and packed him in there and shipped him away. Here, huh? He's a boy, Kay. He's a boy, Kay, not a piece of equipment. And it's possible that he is still here. Then we better find him. My reputation as great thief is riding on this. And yours is my assistant. Sure it is. There's a sledgehammer, a shovel, and a bunch of other heavy-duty tools here. That thing makes Judge Gavel's hammer look puny. If I ever become a judge, I'm getting one like this. I doubt they'd make yourself very popular swinging one of those around in the courtroom. Tisk, really? Fine. What if I swung that shovel around instead? Then it wouldn't be a courtroom, it would be a circus. Promise me that you won't do that. Kathunk. Huh? Is somebody in the back there? Thud. Trunk. Clatter. Sean? Sean, is that you? Sean, stay right there. We're coming. Huh? That's... But Mr. Winner? What is he doing here? Wait, this is Chairman Winter's house, right? Which means, yes, Mr. Winter's home's too, presumably. So how did he wind up like this? Untie him, Kay, quickly. A little expert rope work, huh? Leave it to me. All right, like this and this through here, there, and you're free. Are you okay, Eustace? He looks like he's been through hell. How did you come to be tied up down here? I don't know. You found me. Why don't you tell me? Because we don't know, which is why we were asking. I'm going to make your brain cells a little dumber. I'm not sure you're going to be able to get much out of him like this. No, which in case, there is only one thing for it. Wait, you mean, I hate to beat the man. Or I hate to beat a man while he's down. But it might be the only way. Are you sure? Look, don't go too hard on him, okay? You might push him over the edge. Understood. I'll tread carefully, I promise. Though I can't promise I'll be very good at it. I've never held back against my opponent before, after all. Time for some mind chest. This is the last time we saw him. He was running out of the courtroom. How did he wind up here? You don't understand. You don't know what it's like being me. He's been through a lot. It's going to be hard to know what magic caused him to lose control. In which case, I guess I may have quietly listened to what he has to say. Why me? Why am I always the last one to know? The butt of every joke. He clearly has questions. He clearly has questions. I'll have to do my best and try to answer them. Well, the only problem is you're not fit to be a prosecutor, most likely, and you just got shoved into it by your father passing you. I mean, if you want to be a prosecutor, that's cool and all, but you're probably going to need more training. But he's also clearly in no fit state for this. I'll try to finish this quickly. I'll figure out what he needs to hear and try to calm him down. I've noticed something this short time we've known one another, Eustace. You're totally worthless. You don't think you should start over and try to learn to be a decent human being from scratch? You, what? Calm down. I'm not done yet. I don't care. I don't want to hear for what you have to say. I don't want to hear what anyone has to say. I pushed him too far. Killed me. Why don't you just leave me alone, Sniffle? I don't think I'm gonna trust you. I don't want to trust anybody anymore. Curses. Oh, that was so dumb. I just can't give up just yet. I have to keep after him. So dumb. Just one shot myself. That's a good idea. Alright, once more, unto the breach. Just take a deep breath and tell me what's on your mind, Eustace. No, I will not. Even if I did, it sounds like you'd... not like you'd listen to me. By my time, those two answers don't seem like they... What is this? Why aren't you shouting? Objection! You always shout objection. What? You're really going to listen to me? Learning the truth of your father can't have been easy. I can only sympathize. That wasn't the hard part. The hard part was losing everything I've ever had in a single morning. I don't know if I should have. Everything I thought I worked for was all a lie. Dad just made it happen. So tell me, Edgeworth, what am I supposed to believe in now? You can lose faith in everything but yourself. That you have to believe in. But you don't have to do it alone. Experience I can't give you. But knowledge I'm happy to offer. I had some time to think while I was tied up like that. I realized something. I'm not cut out to be a prosecutor. I'm incompetent. I don't even know the right word. I think the word you're looking for is incompetent. But judging one's own competence is notoriously difficult. So I need you to trust me on something. You're getting better at this, Eustace, day by day. Inch by inch, I swear it. Now I need to ask you something. Will you help me out? Sure, what do you want to know? Well, first of all, thank you for calming down. Next, I want you to tell me about your kidnapping. I need you to be as detailed as possible, Eustace. Tell me everything you remember seeing and hearing. We can imagine renting in your home. What do the kidnappers want? Let's try one first. Do you have any idea why somebody might have wanted to kidnap you? What do you mean? Why does anybody kidnap anybody? For ransom, right? Ah, poo. Okay. Okay. Why would somebody kidnap you only to take you back to your own home? Don't you think I want to know that too? I'm the victim here. What are you asking me for? How am I supposed to know? They locked me up in that box and then locked me up here. I was so scared. So scared. I figured it was him that got taken away and not the other kid because he just ran away. That would have been weird for him to get kidnapped. So they took him. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. And did you happen to overhear anything your kidnappers might have said? I think one said, if you want to blame somebody, blame the guy who owns this house. The owner of this house, your father, isn't it? It is? I guess it is, huh? Oh, I get it. The kidnappers were the people who hated my dad. That's not it, at least. Not based on what else we know about the situation. But there's some kind of link between the kidnappers and Mr. Winter Sr. That could be a clue. Do you have any idea who your kidnappers might have been? No, of course I don't. If I did, I would have told you already. Time to deploy my clue. Your captor wanted you easily at hand. And if you were, and could be more convenient than one's own home. I'd hate to break it to you, Eustace, but the kidnapping was ordered by your father. What? You don't think he wanted me out of the way? That he was going to kill me? Of course not. What good would that have done him? His own son dead in the family garage. He would instantly have become the prime suspect. You're right. Okay, so why did he have me kidnapped? Well, it won't have been for ransom. Not his own son. That would make sense. So his motive for the kidnapping must have been something else. This could be an important clue. Oh, wrong one. It was the third one. Alright, let me skip to the... Alright. Why would someone kidnap their own child if they were planning on demanding a ransom? Yeah, that's kind of weird. Did anything odd happen during the kidnapping? No, I just answered a stupid question. And they grabbed me. Ooh. Their question, what did they ask you? Eek, stop glaring at me like that. What was it again? Oh yeah, they asked me if I knew Gavel. Of course. Things are starting to fall into place now. Your father, his goal wasn't to kidnap you. He was out to kidnap Judge Gavel's son, Sean Fenn, because he wanted to force her honor in declaring Ward Garden not guilty. Wait, Gavel has a son? Yeah, I know, right? And so Lagarde would have been found not guilty? I think you're mistaking for Sean. And that's why you were kidnapped. What, you mean I went through all that by mistake? Wait, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, that would explain the part where what? Have you remembered something? No, it's nothing. I'm nothing. I'm useless. Meaningless. Just go. Leave me alone. This isn't good. I think I've pushed him as far as he can possibly reasonably be pushed. I have to calm him down and get him to tell me what he just remembered. Oh boy. Judging by his fragile demeanor, I'd say he's suffering considerably. I need to help him get back on his feet. What you remembered? You remembered something just now. What was it? I didn't remember anything. All I remembered is him. Him? You mean your father? No, I didn't mean to bring him up. I mean nothing compared to him. I never had him made a prosecutor if he didn't help me. I've been waiting to ask you about that for some time. Why did you become a prosecutor? What do you mean? You think it too? Don't you? I wasn't meant to be one. I'm not good enough. No, you're just really green. Like, I don't know. And then you're like, the winner stuff. Like, no, don't do that. I don't like those two answers, so I say something, will you? You choose this path. Why? You must have a reason. It's not like that. There's no big reason behind it at all. The reason is as stupid and dumb as not important. That is stupid and dumb. No, because that's being an asshole. Like I said, it's stupid. It probably doesn't mean much to anyone except me. I've often felt as much the same as my own reasons of becoming a prosecutor. Really? You have? But you're a real one. A good one. A success. Even my dad, the chairman of the committee, said so. You wanted your father's approval. You wanted your father's approval. And I can well understand that. You can? I thought if I became a prosecutor out of there, he'd finally accept me as for who I am. I just wanted to not be useless. You're not covering your father in any way, are you? No, I won't cover for him ever again. I mean, why would I after what he's done? Because you want to be used to your father. You have a strong desire to be used to him, so he'll approve of you. Is that fair to say? I mean, why can't I be? Just once. Just once in my stupid life. Why can't I make it better? Why can't I clean his name? I won't let up. You realize that, don't you? You're mine until I say otherwise. Oh, is this bad? Well, Simple, leave me alone, please. I don't want to stay alone. You think I'm gonna trust you? I don't trust anybody more. He's extremely sensitive right now. I can't afford to choose my words carelessly. I didn't realize I was a bad one. Why you just leave me alone? You think I can just trust you? I don't trust anybody anymore. Blah. Curses. I think I made a quick decision because I was running out of time and I didn't know if biding would have been right. All right, once more into the breach. Oh. Oh, do you want to be used? No. I meant to pick that top one. Oh, all the way back? Come on. Oh my god, this is starting to make me angry now. Come on. One of your father's approval. To be used to your father. Oh wow. Okay, maybe it's the second one. All right. I have like no time. Like, how can I even do this? Yeah. Ah, so dumb. The time limit is just the dumb part about this. It's not like these mine chests are hard at all. They're not. It's just weird they put a time limit up there. Wait, what? Shit. God damn it. And then they penalize your time for no dumb reason. Buy time. Buy time. Father approval. What an abusive father. It's clear his name. That's where I messed up one, because you said it wrong. It is impossible to clean a name, Eustace, but you can clear one. Huh? Never knew that. It's your father's case, though it's going to be hard. His crimes continue as your kidnapping shows. Knowing that, do you still think you can help him? But what else do I have to? Sniffle. What else am I supposed to do? Why don't you be a better man and rise above the father who made a fool of you? Stare him straight in the eyes and stop him from committing any more crimes. Hey, you're right. I'll prove him wrong about me. And I'll prove him wrong about everything. That seems to calm him down again. Now I just need to get him to tell me what happened to the evidence. I assume those two dudes probably took it. Let's see if I can get him the courage he'll need to stand up to his father. Key pieces of evidence from the Lagarde trial have failed to make it to the courtroom. As the prosecutor in charge, they were your responsibility. Did you misplace them somehow? No, that's not what happened. You haven't even heard my side of the story. I thought I was putting them into the safest place there was. But oh, what did I do? What did I do? I'll need a clue if I'm going to pursue this line of questioning further. I should try another tact for now. What is the connection between your father and Warden Lagarde? Sorry, I don't know much about that. You can't think of anything, even the smallest morsel could be a valuable clue. Oh, I think they maybe worked together once. And what else do you remember? And what is it? What else have you remembered? I think she got the job at the prison because my dad remembered her. Interesting. And did you have any particular reason to recommend her? I guess I thought it was good at her job. So unlike me, Sniffle. Ah, come on. I think they knew each other from back when he was a chief prosecutor. What was he like back then? Was he different at all? Oh, he was amazing. There wasn't a piece of evidence he didn't know. Or a case file he hadn't read. An intimate knowledge of cases and evidence pertaining to them. Could that be an important clue? Alright, you need to tell me more about what your father's up to. If you continue to cover for him, he can only be considered an accomplice to his crimes. What? Come on, Edgeworth. That's a little harsh. I said I talked, didn't I? Why are you threatening me? Whoa! You're a big bully, I hate you. Nark. Really? Why was that? He's extremely sensitive right now. I can't afford to be careless with the choice of my words. Like really, that was a setup. Alright. He's drowning in his own self-doubt again. I guess I better send out a little light bulb to bring him in. I think you know what you thought it would be the safest place possible. With your father, isn't it? That correct? What? He told me that it'd be safe with him. He said he would be nowhere safer. Well, I'm afraid he betrayed his trust in the ugliest way possible. Look at my TV just blinked. I don't know if that was... Hopefully the recording's fine. So we got rid of the sniffle. Why, Dad? What were you thinking, Sob? Your father wanted to obscure the truth in order to ensure that Warden Lagarde was declared innocent. There is no easy way to say this, Eustace. He used you. What? There's a chance that the evidence was still in Chairman Winter's possession. And still we don't know where Sean is. We need to get back out there and find him. It's all my fault. I want to do now. I can't stand by and watch him like this. He had a brutal collision with reality he never even knew existed. I should ask him what he means to do now. Perhaps I can help him figure that out. Why not coach him? You're a prosecutor. Maybe you can coach him a bit and get him out of the winner BS. Just have him become a good prosecutor. If you don't intend to ever become a defense attorney. Or do you just walk away? Who knows? There's no way around it. The road ahead will be a hard one. But maybe this is fate. And maybe it's my job to point him in the right direction. Do you mean to continue working as a prosecutor, Eustace? I don't even want to think about it yet. After all, I only become one because of my dad. Maybe I didn't even think about carrying on, should I? Only you can answer that. The only person who can answer that question is you. Only you can decide what the path you choose to walk. Then I don't want to stop being a prosecutor. If I give up now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. I just know it. So he intends to see this through. I'll bear that in mind. Do you mean to be like your father? To continue to ignore the truth? Come on, give me a break, will you? Can't a guy get a glass of human kindness when he needs one? Oh, really? I wasn't ignoring him. I just thought that I guess correcting him is the way they want us to go with this. I don't know. Are you talking about the milk of human kindness? I'm afraid that's not quite how the phrase is used. Huh? It's not? Listen, talking with you like this, it's helpful for me too. There was a time when there was truths I didn't want to face up to either. But a good friend taught me the error of my ways. That's nice, but I don't have anyone like that. If you could muster the courage and try to find your feet again, I'll be very happy to help. You would? But only if you really mean to try. I don't want to be like my dad. You want to be better than him, don't you? Yes, you, since I see it now. He told me that he wishes to be better than this. Better than his father, and he wishes to remain a prosecutor. I'll take the note that he wants to be a different kind of prosecutor than his father. That is the first important decision he has ever made for himself, and he tells us where he means to go next. So what now, Eustace? Well, first I'm gonna get that stupid jacket off. Stupid jacket back. I don't deserve to wear it. My dad always said clothes make the man, but I'm the man. Okay, we'll go the fix this phrase. It's clothes make the man, Eustace. It is? Thanks, Edgeworth. I'm learning a lot from you today. That's good to hear. Now, that jacket, why don't we make you into a prosecutor worthy of it? All right, let's do it. Let's make it so nobody makes fun of me again. It's probably don't get too excited, I bet. But how? How do I get there? Okay, cool. Tell me, what do I need to do? I just don't know. I just don't know. If only he remembered his own words from a few minutes ago. The decision he made to serve as a good guide as to what he should do next. You want to remain a prosecutor, but walk like a different path from your father, correct? It won't be easy, but the path you have chosen is the one of the true prosecutor. And now you have chosen it. When its time comes, you'll know exactly what to do. Stop hitting yourself, too. You're lucky. I myself still haven't quite decided what to do with my life. But you have. And the choice you made is all on your own. Now, what you have to do is believe in yourself. In the path you have chosen. Sniffle, what? Mistaken for Sean and kidnapped by his own father, underlings. And losing his belief in himself as a prosecutor, and his father stole the evidence. And he's been through so much in the span of a single day. More than I can imagine. Well, it took a little longer than I thought it would, but that's checkmate. Yay. No. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen him move so fast. He's particularly speedy when it comes to running away from things, it seems. We don't have much time left. I think we better check in with Fender. We'll want an update to what he had discovered. And we need to know what's going on over at the courthouse. Eustace ran off, right? Isn't he supposed to be the prosecutor in charge? We're just updating Fender. Nothing else will change. Franziska can continue the prosecution. Okay. Is that really alright, though? It's going to have to be. Like I say, Eustace ran off. Look, I hate to be a stickler for the details, but let's go over this just one more time, shall we? No murder weapon means no conclusive proof, which means no conviction. That's all there is to it.
Objection!
That makes no sense. The lack of a murder weapon doesn't prove the client's innocence. Don't make me come clear over there whipping at into you. Eek. Eddie, darling, how much longer is this going to take? It's almost as if you're trying to drag this out as long as possible. Damn, you're pretty good, Fiefs. Sorry, Fiefs. It's an old friend of the prosecutor over there. She's stubborn as freaking mule. Then give me the satisfactory explanation. Or I'll just have to keep whipping you until I can. Seriously? Seriously? I've already taken more licks than I've had birthdays. Come on, Miles. What's taking so long? I'm happy to buy you some time after all. But I'm taking a beating here. Oops, sorry, G. This one's important. Mind if I take it? Fine. Fender. Miles Lorino, boy, am I ever glad to hear your voice. How are things on your end? We found Eustace. Sweet. And the knife? And the chisel? Unfortunately, he entrusted both of those to his father's care. Which means that the Chairman Winner is only the person who knows where they are. Chairman Winner? But why would he... We're not quite sure of the specifics just yet. But we do know that Chairman Winner and Warden the Guard have some sort of connection others didn't know about. Gotcha! Alright, guess our next move will be to get Excelsior's Winner on the stand. Best to hear deets from the proverbial horse's mouth, right? I'll keep looking for the missing evidence. And for Sean. Well, shake a leg, big guy. Can't keep you from going to be one. Can't keep this one going on to the judges much longer. We're a gnat's whisker from a verdict. Here. Understood. I wonder how long Judge Gavel's nerve can hold. This can't be easy for her. We need to hurry. She just like walked by like, oh my god, there he is. How are things over in the courtroom of doom? They're going to call Chairman Winner to the stand. Who knows how that will go for them. Yeah, he's already scooped up the evidence, stealing, kidnapping, and what else is he capable of? Exactly. Perhaps we should look over the evidence we have relating to him, just in case it might help. Good idea. Alright, leave it to me. Presenting a hot new piece of evidence, fresh from the evidence oven. The gloves found in his garage. The gloves found in his garage? Yes, I was thinking about those. Anything else? What about the case file from the IS-7 incident? Chairman Winner was involved in that, right? Yes, he helped suppress the evidence, and probably a good idea to have the notes on hand. That file's going the distance for this game. Excellent. And do we have anything else? We sure do. Last from not least, here's this. There you got a Garasu pin. K. I've asked for evidence related to Chairman Winner. Can you please try to take this seriously? Says the guy who spends his life presenting people with evidence that has nothing to do with anything. Nah, that's different. Wait, that's Eustace. Huh? What are you doing here? What? Rude. Rude. He totally ignored me. What was he doing in the big building, I wonder? Let's go inside and see if we can figure out what he's up to. Yes, good idea. I'm surprised they didn't. Huh? The hatch is wide open. Maybe Eustace opened it. Did Eustace really come down here? Mr. Edgeworth, look. The safe, it's open. I guess maybe he did come down here. We better take a closer look. Looks like a genius spot. There's something missing here. Indeed. The gem and ninja mask you were found with. I hope it events in 2 nights don't go only too heavily on K. Yeah, the mask down here. A cotton candy store. All above. All we need is a Ferris wheel and a rifle range, and we got ourselves a fairground. Oh, that's what you were talking about. Seems I didn't have to worry at all. I thought there would be much point in this descending into the community right now. A secret elevator, a secret ladder, and a secret storeroom. Whoever built this place loves secrets, huh? They certainly seem to. Do you think that's important somehow? Sure do. Great thieves love secrets too. We're almost as good as hiding stuff as we're stealing it. But don't worry, I won't have to go to your house and hide your Persian slippers, I promise. What? I don't even have any. Look at this, a giant monkey head. And the monkey has the top knot. It's a mascot of Global Studios. It showed up in a previous case of mine. Oh, that's for her? Mr. Monkey. That's it. Mr. Monkey. Close K, but it's not quite. I think you'll find it's Mrs. Monkey. Huh? Is that so? Shame. Mr. Monkey sounds way cooler. Don't you think? It's the money from the underground auction. Perhaps it would have been better if Kay didn't see it. Stealing money is kind of a big thing with thieves right now. And there are trends in thievery. But don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm no faction victim. I'm my own great thief. They broke the mold when they made this Yatagrasu. Then I guess we better continue believing that stealing money is the latest thing. Legs of a human figure is holding up the tabletop. In the center, certainly bold. And it certainly keeps it safe hid underneath it during the earthquake. Tons of stuff fall apart on top of it, and still wouldn't break. Yes, and then you'd be trapped in the company of 4 strange fellows. I can't believe this table's here. Oh, wouldn't you be trapped under there? Great thieves mostly work outdoors. Oh, and it'd probably be you down there trying to think of what to talk about them. Why don't you get under there now and practice a few lines? No, thank you. He did bring up earthquakes, but he didn't mention it, which I think is kind of funny. This is a transceiver that the killer contacted us on. This Yatagrasu, repeat. Yatagrasu, come in, Mr. Edgeworth. Over. What was that? Was successfully infiltrated the 51st floor of the big building. Over. Transmitting my position now. I'm standing right next to you, Kay. There's no need to transmit anything. No way. You got here already? How did you do that? I have no idea what you're talking about, but I can please go back to your investigation. To progress our group in giving duly note received. Can do. Over. Good. Now let's get to it. Roger that. Over and out. Hey, stop playing around. I see, that's 110, 100. What exactly are you counting, Kay? The zeros on the sign there. 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million. So that's 2,400,000. 2,400,000 for 2,400,000 pounds. This must be the heaviest statue in the world. Heavy enough that it would be nothing but a floor, if it were true. Hey, wrapping this box of chains so nobody could open it, huh? Yes, as you can see. So wouldn't just need my rope craft skills to escape. I need to learn some chain work too. It's hard to be a great thief these days. Thief problems. There's a type of quandary I never thought about at all. There's some stuff left in the safe. I think I better take a look, don't you? The owner must have just forgive our prying. This is a document of some kind. Let's see, yeah, a document, and there's a photo attached to. And this is a picture, it's of, whoa, that's Mr. Knight, right? The name's Bronco Knight, and I'm the president's personal bodyguard. Why is there a picture of him in here? And what's this paperwork about? I'm not sure, let's take a closer look. You are right, darling. There is some sort of connection between Knight and Candace. As you know, that we've been trying to find out who Candace plays a silly correspondence chess game with. Well, we know. I'll be pulling Knight into my office for a thorough grilling tomorrow. And I'll make that worm admit that he's Candace's lackey, if that's the last thing I do. So do your bit too, and retrieve the package we've laid to rest 12 years ago. I'm sure it's still right here in front of the planner, where we left it. It seems to be some sort of report on Knight. Yeah, it must be right when they found the time he was killed. We know that Knight was killed being interrogated in the prison's warden's office. I think we can safely assume that this document was written by Fifi Lagarde, don't you? I'd say so. But who is written for? Oh, I guess whoever owns the safe? And I'd say that's likely due to the auctioneer, Excelsius winner himself. Proof that they actually did know each other. Indeed. Not only that, it proves another connection. Huh? Lagarde and Winner were trying to flesh out Mr. Candace's henchmen. Oh, you mean Bodahina Makarma Canis? Right? The assassin guy with soft spot for dogs? Yeah, something that links the three of them. Something they don't want anybody to know. But what? I don't know yet, but I suspect it has something to do with this case. Wait, there's something else in there we've seen before. I wonder if there's something on his finger. Let's take a closer look, Mr. Edgeworth. A ring. It's an expensive looking one at that. Don't even think about it, Kay. What? I didn't say anything. Well, 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 Mr. Knight. Your chest set and ring are here too. All your possessions in one place. So basically the safe is full of evidence from the murder at the prison. It would seem so. Which means the missing knife and chisel meant to be here too. Knife, chisel, chisel. No dice. There's nothing else here apart from Mr. Knight's stuff. Really, curses. Knight may be dead.
Curse you, Edgeworth. Our game isn't over yet. I.
But he left unfinished business behind him. I think you need to find out what it was.
Could I interest you in some cotton candy, perhaps?
Oh, fuck.
I have ice cream too, but if I recall correctly, you weren't much of a fan. You. D-killer. I wonder if you were looking so well, Mr. Edgeworth.
Your arm's still fucked up. What are you doing here?
Just as I said, I'm selling cotton candy. I can really not interest you in some parting clouds. It's called very apt. Sweeter than death itself, so delicious you'll have to feel the parting clouds en route to heaven.
He's the last person on earth I accept candy from.
I was hoping to ask you about my little message. Did you manage to figure it out yet? Congratulations on the case solved. And yet you can truly carefully resolve, can you?
Have you been watching us this whole time?
Watching you? No, I prefer to think I've been watching over you. The stand here really is the most marvelous little vantage point.
How are the two things any different? And what does he want with us?
The president's murder was that you.
Or the president's murder was that you?
Oh no, my contractor lapsed a little while ago. He was rather famous among us assassins, you know. The man no one could kill, notoriously stubborn, despite multiple attempts over the years. And it wasn't for his brawn that kept him safe. He used bodyguards, body doubles, you name it.
It certainly wasn't his brawn that kept him safe. Sadly, this time, his bodyguards were nowhere to be found. And after Mr. Rook died, to save him too.
As I said, it wasn't me. I do not kill without good reason. Which something else I have to be grateful to Mr. Rook for. Thanks to him, I avoided killing somebody entirely, unworthy of my intention.
Thanks to... What does that mean?
The person who hired me deliberately misled me as to the identity of my target. A betrayal of trust which I won't soon forgive them. That is why I'm currently doing all I can to track them down. And do you know what I think? I think you and I are looking for the same person.
Is he talking about whoever killed the president? And who is this person, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, come on now, I can't tell you that. That's against the rules.
Revealing the identity of our client is out of the question. I'd hardly stay in business for long if people couldn't trust me now, would I? But that doesn't mean there isn't anything to stop me from catching up with them in my free time. And what are you going to do when you find them? Why, dish a little justice for the betrayal I suffered, of course. What? Why are you saying... What's going to happen to them? I think you can imagine. Well, this isn't exactly a pleasant catch-up. But I shouldn't leave you completely in the dark. There's something you ought to know. Was his client Celsius? Our mutual friend Bodhima Karmas, he escaped 3 days ago. What? Or was he the killer? 3 nights ago, to be precise, his cell was suddenly simply empty. Almost as if he knew I was coming to pay him a visit. Wait, the killer went to visit Canis in prison? Does that mean the person the killer is looking for? Oh, assassin going after an assassin. Interesting. If that's the case. Now, I'd better not take up any more of your time. Well, be seeing one another again soon, I'm sure. Let's both keep up the good work, shall we? We'll run into our target to the ground in the end. It kind of reminds me of Mercenary Tao. A little bit. Maybe it's just because he has a pink coat going on. I don't know. First the killer, now Canis, 2 assassins on the loose. Huh? That sound. Mr. Edward, it's Judge Gavel's cell phone. Could it be Sean? How's it going, Miles? Who is this? Voice changer. Let's how's this? Okay. It's your friend in the red raincoat, of course. Red raincoat? You're the one who ducted K. Bingo, we figured it out. Mr. Genius Prosecutor. I can't hear, Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry. Where is the speakerphone button? I was surprised at anyone when she lost her memory like that. Talk about a curveball. Hey, I'm standing right here, you know. But never mind that all. I'll call to talk about something else. Yeah, there's something I need to tell you. The truth is, I was the one who made the big, bad chairman winner kill Miss Little Rosie Ringer. What? This must be the person the killer was talking about. I'd also called to say thank you. I neither want or need your thanks. Sure, but you deserve them anyway. Guess the penny didn't drop yet. Huh? You're right. I abducted Kay, as to put it. But why would I do that? That's right. Because I needed you to help me make sure that Winner got caught. No. If Kay was a suspect, you'd have to look into it. And if you looked into it, you would soon, or you'd sure to unmask him eventually. After all, you're a genius, right? Everything worked out exactly like planned. Oh, but there's something else you should know. Something you don't figure out yet. It wasn't Winner who kidnapped Judge Gavel's boy. You. How do you know about that? You and the good judge are more similar than you know. I think you might even be becoming friends. After all, she visited you at the detention center, right? Seems pretty pally to me. How could they possibly know about that? She didn't even use her real name when she visited. She pretended to be Detective Gumshoe. Anyway, you want to know what I knew about the kidnapping? That one was nice and simple, at least. Because sweet, innocent little Sean is here with me right now. What? No. Oh, sounds like that one was a real surprise. Ah. If I only could see your faces. Well, Kay, what do you say? Why don't you come and steal him back, just like you said you would? You wouldn't want to amazing at a grassy first commission to be a failure, would you? They even know about that? How can they possibly know so much? Oh, don't get the wrong idea, dear old Excelsius, by the way. Papa Winner's still a villain, though. Or a villain through and through. He wanted to kidnap Sean. I just got there first. So there were 2 kidnapping plots. Oh, what a bunch of clowns. His goons kidnapped his own son by mistake. Is Sean really there with you? Prove it. Put him on the phone. Oh, here he is. But I'm afraid I can't do that. He's sleeping. So sweet. Then why should we believe you? You might not be the kidnapper at all. Look, if you don't want to believe me, that's up to you. What do you want? What is your endgame here? Are you trying to get Lagarde acquitted? Nope. I could care less whether they find her guilty or not. So whoever it is, they're not after the same thing Chairman Winner. My endgame is going to try to say a secret for now. All right, nice talking with you. You kids have fun, okay? Don't think for a second you'll get away with this. Oh, don't worry. I'm counting on you at least trying to track me down. That'll be half of the fun. Not that I'll rate your chances of bringing me to justice very highly. Bang. Who was that? I wish I knew, but they didn't give us enough to figure that out. Deliberately, I imagine. What? So you really have nothing to go on? That's not fair. They sure knew a lot about us. Indeed they did. You're right. It was uncanny how much they seemed to know. How is it possible they were party to so much of what happened in private? Right. They knew everything about the whole kidnapping situation too. We need to figure out how, where they were getting their information from. Let's consider this carefully. Were the things they knew? You and the good judge are more friends than you know. I think they might even be becoming friends. After all, she visited you in the detention center, right? Seems pretty pally to me. You wouldn't want an amazing Yatagrasa's first commission to be a failure, would you? They even know about that? Oh, sounds like the one real surprise. Oh, if I only could see your faces. That's it. Based on the specifics they mentioned, their only possible answer. I've got it, Kay. I know how they knew. Huh? Really? Whoever it was, they were, I would say, listening in on us. They must have been able to hear us somehow. It is the only possible answer. What? Like they were eavesdropping on us? Think about it. The kidnapper said. Oh, sounds like that was a real surprise. Ah, if I only could see your faces. If I only could see your faces. That means they couldn't have been, so that means they couldn't, so they weren't filming or following us. Okay, so they have hit a bug on us somewhere? Let me take a look at our stuff in my bag. Where could they have concealed it? We need to go back to what they said again. Yes, somehow I knew something. They knew something they shouldn't have. Judge Gambit's impromptu visit on our conversation in the visitor room. It's our phone, dude. I already know. Judge Gambit. Please, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a seat. What evidence did I have on my person at that point? The bug must have been hidden here. If it's not the phone, it could be the pin wouldn't make any sense. Where's her phone? Is her phone in the thing? Her phone's not in the thing. Okay.
Take that.
Kay, can you take a closer look at your badge? The Yatagarasu pin? No, it's mine. What? Seriously, Mr. Edgeworth. Sure, you're a great thief assistant now. But that doesn't mean you get to wear the pin right away. You have to earn it. I don't want to wear it. I want you to check it for bugs. Huh? This whole thing? Yes. Take a look, shall we? Ooh. Huh? Whoa! So I was right. How did you know? Whoever we are dealing with, they came into contact with you recently. Yes, they knocked me unconscious, I mean. Precisely, which makes me think they must have bugged in on your possessions. But they also overheard my conversation with Judge Gambit when she visited me. Something that would have been impossible if I didn't have the bug on my person at the time. That's why I thought her phone was bugged. I get it. So you thought back to when they had you kept in the hold when they locked you up. Yes. All this case evidence was carrying had been confiscated. Meaning the only thing that could have possibly been was your pin. So they were listening to us this whole time. And they heard everything we said. I suspect so. Everything to do with this case and more. Wait, they're probably listening to what we're saying right now. They might well be, yes. Hey, jerkface. Okay. Eavesdropping coward. Why don't you come and show yourself? Huh? What was that sound? Yo, you better not be the... Ouch, dang it. Huh? Oh, look, it's Tabby. Y'all sure surprised a girl. You gotta shout that loud without a word of warning? You made me jump half out of my skin. Huh? Sorry. What's got you so ordinary anyway? Or ornery? Get a load of this, seriously. It'll make your blood boil. It will, huh? I'm all ears. I wonder if we might be better keeping it off ourselves, okay? Assuming we don't want to be all over the front of the page tomorrow's paper, that is. Oh, thanks. Nearly walked right into that one. Aw, come on. You're no fun at all. I was counting on opening up and spilling the beans all over here. All over here. Plaza. Yeah. I better switch off the button before I forget. So, did you all happen to find the kidnapped kitty? Ah, speaking of which, the child you saw being taken away. Was it this boy in this photograph? Huh? No, that ain't him. The kid I saw looked dumber than mud. And even if he did have some fancy school uniform, no prizes for guessing who she means. So Miss Lloyd managed to confess matters once again. I think we better take another look around. Back to square one. Hopefully we'll turn up some new information soon. There are only 20 minutes until 2. Are we going to make it in time? Wait, Mr. Hedgeroth, I just had a thought about that phone call. There was a weird noise in the background, right? There was. Don't think for 1 second you'll get away with this. Oh, don't worry. I'm counting on you to at least try to track me down. That would be half the fun. Not that I rate your chances of bringing me to justice particularly highly. Wait. She's right. We heard a loud bang right at the end. I thought that was him like slamming the receiver or something. Could that provide it as a hint? The kidnapper's location. A loud bang, you say? I see. Ugh. Will you stop eavesdropping? Boy. You'll never get any cuddler, do you, Ruffles? I guess I need to speak with this Lloyd too, as much as I don't want to. Begin investigation. This is the site bus. They use it for moving the cast and crew around during shooting. A bus. Then we'll need to know where it's going and how much tickets cost. It's Global Studios' own private bus, Kay. You wouldn't need to buy a ticket. And the destination would change depending on the needs of the crew. So they just let me get this straight. It's free. It goes anywhere you want it to. You gotta get me one of these. What, do you want one then? It's not a bus. It's a car. Hey. Just like everyone else. Hey, go get a car. Hold on. I don't know what the laws in Japan are, but you're old enough in America anyway. So, yeah, I don't know what the driving... What are you doing here? Stop, Gummy. Why are you running away from us? Detective Gumshoe. When you gave up your badge, I didn't know what to do myself. You state right where you are, detective. So I thought, if you weren't going to be a prosecutor anymore, then maybe I shouldn't be a detective either. But I was wrong. Even if you're not around, I'll always be a detective. My job is to investigate crimes. If us detectives don't investigate when prosecutors ask us to, we have to be able to look into stuff ourselves too. Is that what you were just doing just now? And back then too? You should stop your former subordinate for what I'm about to share. In his desperation to help Kay Faraday, he gave me a valuable piece of information. Detective Gumshoe did that. So Rosie Ringo's autopsy report. When I went down to the detention center to see how Kay was doing, when you get to my level, you don't uncover the truth, you make it. Little by little. Kay Faraday, murderer. That's the truth I created. Yes, my boy. That's what I like to see. You overheard that. Yeah, so I went back and looked over the evidence, dug up a little something I thought might help. No way, Gummy. You're the best. I'd be in prison right now if it wasn't for you. My pleasure, kid. Good to see that your memory's back. By the way. Thanks. So anyway, like I said, I'm investigating stuff for myself these days. And that's that. Bye. Wait, Gummy, don't run off again. We get it. You can look at stuff yourself now. That's great. And you helped me right when I needed the most. But right now, we need you to work with us. I am no longer a prosecutor, or indeed anything, but we're investigating a case regardless. And I ask you this not as a prosecutor, but as a friend. Detective Gumshoe, will you help us? Wait, you're just gonna bow to me now? Oh, stop it, sir. You're killing me here. Come on, Gummy. Alright, I'll do it. Stop the bowing and being nice to me, okay? It's weird. Gummy. Thank you, detective. So what do you need? Or what do you need? Can you tell us what you discovered on the course of your investigation, detective? Yes, sure I can. All right, so I got 3 big things to tell you. Here goes. Number 1, I've got some results from when you went to forensics look at case closed. I found traces of what looked to be a powerful sedative. Brand was 3Gs. So that was what she was drugged with at the Gourd Lake before she was taken to the roof of the big building. Sure seems that way. Now for number 2. I got hold of the footage from the security camera in front of the big building elevator. The camera that captured President Wang and Judge Gabel that night. The elevator is usually only way of getting up onto the roof, correct? And therefore anyone using it should have been caught on camera. That's right. So running the tape back two nights ago, we should have been able to see Kay carried up there while she was out cold. And did you spot me, Gummy? I watched it on fast forward, everything from 2 days ago until the end. Yes, and? Nothing. There's China Kay anywhere. I thought it was I thought it was too good to be true. He probably took her through the thing, up the elevator, through the shaft, and put her up there. That's probably what happened. So how did the kidnapper get her up there? I think we need to look at that in a little more detail. And the last item on your list. Yes, sure. This is a big one. The third thing I have to tell you is, it's great to be working with you again. I'd help you catch this perp if it was the last thing I do. And that's about wraps it up. I put you through a lot, detective. But that doesn't mean I can't start going easy on you now. This is the big one, as you put it. It doesn't even have anything to do with the case. I would have preferred something practical to use. Oof, no mercy, huh? I guess I shouldn't have expected any less. Thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. A boy has been kidnapped. We need your help to find him. Kidnapped? Yes, his name is Sean Fenn. Oh wait, the kid with the horns? You know him? I saw him earlier today. You mean this morning? Yeah, he got off that bus over there and then he walked over towards the garbage disposal area. Where's that? Just over there. It's where all the offices, the big buildings put their trash before it gets taken away. Where he went after that, I couldn't tell you. I had to leave right around then. I think we better take a closer look at this garbage disposal area. How about that? A little help from little old me, and you made a giant leap closer to solving the case. Closer? Sure. If closer you meant by wound up going completely in the wrong kidnapped victim. She must have barely looked at the photo at all. Oh, really? And I thought I'd given you all the tip of the century. My bad. My bad. It's not your fault. It's ours for putting our trust in unreliable sources. We'll just have to learn about not doing that again. Hey, ain't that nice? I don't gotta give you no tips at all, you know. And I won't. Not if you're gonna be like that. Alright, fine. Maybe just this one. But only cause I got a real scoop for y'all this time. A real scoop, This should be good. Y'all scoop. Fine. I'm not expecting much, but if you got my attention, what is this scoop of yours? Proof. That's what. Proof that the Torosaurus is real. Alright, Kay. We're leaving. Wait! I ain't lying, I swear. Sure hard to believe, but it's true. We don't have time for this. We also don't have much time and much else to go on, I suppose. Proof? What kind of proof? Did you capture something on your tape recorder, perhaps? Proof. You're good, Ruffles. Sharper than a gosh dang trap. I captured the sound of the big beastie breathing fire is what I captured. I was hoping for something a little better than that. Hey, don't make that face, dang it. I ain't lying. Listen to yourself telling me it ain't true. Alright, ready? It's darn fire and breathing time, dagnabbit. There, well. Kinda hard to tell over the shouting, but maybe... kinda hard to tell over the shouting, but maybe it could have been something breathing fire, maybe. And tell me, Miss Lloyd, did you see this fire-breathing something with your own eyes? Well, not exactly. My eyes, as such, being as how it was precisely closed when it how happened. Surely the real Torosaurus would have been pretty hard to miss, no matter how far you were standing. Well, I see. I was far away, but also recording via what I might call non-standard means. Would you mind explaining what you mean by that? Nah. I really dug myself in a hole, huh? I see. I could have been rigged up a little wireless interception hoping to do a little scoop detecting. Sniffle. That was so sad. Poor insect. Not an insect, Kay. An intercept. She was listening out for radio signals. It would have allowed her to listen in any nearby transmissions. Me and Chief been down here at the big building, sniffing around these last couple of days, looking into Miss Hart's tip about the underground auction, I assume. Which would mean that you've been listening in on all the radio signals in the area too. Sure have, which is how I wound up hearing about the thunderous, ear-splitting noise you ever did hear. The pounding feet of electricity in the air. This was the Torosaurus at last. You made up everything except for the roaring sound, didn't you? The long and short of it is, you didn't actually see anything, correct? Hey, don't need to see things. I'm a writer here. Anyhow, I kept listening. Down to the line comes. There your pal, there's voice, hollering fit in the beat of the band. Eavesdropping coward, why don't you come out and show yourself? Huh? What was that sound? Heh, I apologize for that. I'm sure Kay didn't mean to bowl over you with her little outburst. I assume that it was shocking because you didn't hear it directly. It came through your headphones while you were listening from the signal, the bugs, didn't you? Or didn't it? What, are you saying she planted it? Hey, come on now, I ain't no bugging, just a little lighthearted intercepting was all. Would you mind if we borrowed that tape of what you recorded, Miss Lloyd? Gah. What you dang well, please. Oh, Mr. Edward. Mr. Saint, Miss Berry. Oh, Elizabeth. How's the search going? Did you find him? Not yet. Poor Sean. Sean? Oh, nothing. Just a slip of the tongue. I guess they didn't know about the kidnapping. We did manage to find nuisance, yes. You did? That's great. Thanks so much. Maybe they won't arrest me again. You're amazing, Mr. Drew. How did you find the Prosecutor winner? With some serious investigative magic, that's how. It was pure luck, actually. But never mind. You didn't need our help, huh? That's not true. Thank you so much for joining in the search. Where did you look, by the way? Oh, this place, a little way, called Sunshine Coliseum. Do you know it? Oh, shit. Okay. There's a whole bunch of people at the park event. I thought it might be worth a look. You mean like a festival? Oh, sounds like fun. I wish I could have gone and checked it out. Oh yeah, it was super fun. There were food stands and fireworks. Simeon didn't like the crowds much, but hey, you don't have to tell them that. Alright, it's decided. When this case is finally over, we're all heading to the festival together. It's kind of lucky that you found Prosecutor winner so quickly. Lucky? In what way? We have to go to practice soon for the show. We wouldn't have been able to help for much longer anyway. I see. I'm sorry we have kept you from your duties at the circus. Oh no, it's nothing to worry about, really. We were glad to help. I'll do anything if it helps make sure they don't arrest me again. You should really help by finding them. I'm so relieved. Of course, they just found them. That doesn't mean they won't find Warden Lagarde guilty. What? You mean they might still throw me back in jail? No. I can't go back, I can't. Come on, Kay. Do you really have to torment the poor boy? Me and all my friends went out looking. But you beat us to it, no fair. Her friends? I guess she means the animals. Today's the first public performance of your new show, correct? Yep, sure is. We practiced so hard for this one. So Mr. Saint will be performing too. Of course, he practiced harder than anybody, even if we did spend the whole time saying no. Even went up in the balloon to spread the word from the sky. So we have to come and see him perform, okay? It will mean so much to him. Of course. Assuming we solved this case before then. Did you say that you enlisted the help of your animals in your search? Yup. And if it hadn't been for Isaiah and Regent, we might have found something. But Simeon was a big scaredy cat, all saying no, and put a stop to that. So boring. If it weren't for most safe, the whole town would have been in an uproar right now. Oh, come on, Simeon. Why would you do that? Putting the whole circus on the loose on the city would have been super fun. I'm sorry. To you too, Mr. Redruff. So sorry. Why are you apologizing to me? I'm the one person who didn't say anything. Okay. How are things looking right here, officer? All good? Yes, sir. Very good indeed. I haven't been keeping my eyes and ears on peeled, but my nose and tongue figures too. It's a whole new kind of guard duty. I must say, I'm really relishing the challenge it presents. No offense, but would you mind concentrating on more traditional methods? Well, if it ain't my two newest pals. More trouble? Hop in. Thank you, but we don't need to go anywhere right now. Don't gotta say nothing, buddy. But I see it written all over your face. You gotta make a fresh start, am I right? New town, new house, new everything. Cops on your tail? Wise guys even? It don't matter. I'll rip it all up and start again. Come on, hop in. Start your new life starts here. Or your new life starts right here. Just be sure to tip generously now. I'm starting to wonder why we weren't more suspicious of him the first time. Yo, if he's the fucking... Mr. Powers, can I ask you somewhat impertinent question? Sure. What is it? Are you planning on making any more Steel Samurai? Sorry. Does this have something to do with your case? No, I was simply asking out of interest. I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, but they don't let us talk about stuff with just anybody. I'm sorry I have to put you on the spot. I knew it was a long shot. Oh, well. But he did say they weren't planning on making anything new. Interesting. Okay. Oh, the one car is missing. So Sean walked off in this direction, huh? It would seem so, yes. Perhaps we'll find some new clues as to current whereabouts. This milk carton. That's the same brand Sean drinks. Something happened to him here. I'm almost certain of it. Do they keep locked up tight, huh? I guess they don't want non-residents disposing of their trash here. The trash is collected at 11 a.m. I guess that's why the enclosure is empty. There was a ton of stuff here earlier. Big stuff too. Today must be the day they take all the big stuff away. Yeah, sure looked like that way. I bet the big squisher machine squished all good up anyhow. They don't do that with the largest items. They just keep them the way they are. They do, huh? How do you even know that shirt? Wait, Mr. Fender's pretty keen on to join him, right? I bet he sent you some kind of pamphlet on how to throw away stuff when you move the office. You're spookily insightful sometimes. Okay. But only sometimes. Based on what we've seen and what Detective Gumshoe told us, I think there's a strong possibility that Sean was abducted from the garage disposable area. Yeah, it's kind of out of the way, prying eyes, huh? But why would Sean even come up here in the first place? I'd imagine he must have had something to dispense of. But the truck's already come and gone. Guess we'll never know what that something was now. It's totally empty. Yes, because the garage just collected. You think? Or did somebody steal it all? I smell a crime here. Or I smell a crime here, Mr. Edgeworth. I certainly smell something as well. But is it really a scent of a crime? Anything else? I guess it's all logic stuff now. Yeah, it's what it looked like. Yeah. Mr. Saint, you mentioned fireworks before. Huh? Fireworks? Yes, at the event in the Coliseum. Were they setting them off during the daylight hours? Oh, yeah. A bunch of went off while we were there. What are you thinking, Mr. Edgeworth? The loud bang we heard. What if it was a firework? Huh? Don't think for a second that you'll get away with this. Oh, don't worry. I'm counting on you at least trying to track me down. That'll be half the fun. Not that I rate your chances of bringing me to justice particularly highly. For the bang to clearly audible over the telephone. It must have been pretty loud. Which means the fireworks, which means the Coliseum. So the kidnapper was near there, right? But how near? If the fireworks were that loud, you could probably hear them from pretty far away. Yes, the area would have to be searched. Would need to be searched. Too broad to even consider of doing it ourselves. What if the police were to lend a hand? Only 2 vehicles came through this morning, the taxi and the blue truck. And Eustace was taken away in the taxi. Right. Well, it seems Sean was likely abducted from the garbage disposal area. And if the garbage was collected at 11 a.m. Oh, I get it. Now we know what kind of truck it was. Indeed. It must have been the garbage truck. But the police officer who told us about it didn't describe it as such. He only mentioned the fact that it was blue. Some cop he was. Now, did he even notice that it was one of those cool trash squishing machines? Because it wasn't. Today, until a regular garbage day, it's a day they collected larger items, of which they wouldn't use specialized garbage truck. Just regular truck like any other. But it was all a garbage truck nonetheless. And where do garbage trucks go? To the dump, right? Wait a sec. So you're saying that the kidnapper disguised himself as a trash collector? But then the truck would probably have been fake too, right? So maybe he didn't go to the dump. No, I'm reasonably sure the garbage truck was real. Yeah? How do you figure that? Another look at the garbage disposal area should tell us. Would it be the sign?
Take that!
Wait. You're saying that something is important there? Yes, the proof that the garbage truck was real. Don't you agree? Nope. Yeah. Did I get it wrong? If the garbage truck wasn't real, the driver wouldn't have been able to collect the garbage. Wasn't there something to prove that? I don't get it, Mister. How did the garbage truck be real? I don't know. Gambit? The garbage disposal area is kept locked. Oh yeah. Only a real garbage collector in a real garbage truck could have opened it. Precisely. The garbage truck can't have been a fake. Perhaps whoever abducted Sean put him in a large cardboard box that they had prepared for the job. Now, imagine amongst other oversized items. And the garbage collector would have taken it away, no questions asked. Exactly, allowing the kidnapper to wait the truck's arrival at the garbage proceeding facility. They could have claimed throwing the box away by mistake and collected it without incident. Alright, so where do they take the garbage after it leaves here? Let's see. It looks like we have two possibilities. Which of the garbage proceeding facilities was Sean taken to? I would say probably Daybreak. You might have a clue, might serve. Or have we found anything that may serve as a clue? So based on the loud bang we heard on the phone call, we know that the kidnapper was somewhere in the vicinity of the Sunshine Coliseum. One of the garbage facilities right by there too. I think it's likely that that's where Sean was taken, which means the kidnapper must be holding him somewhere near there. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sure. Could I ask you and your men search the area around the garbage facility? It's not like you to ask, sir. Feels a little flat. I mean, I'm totally being honest. Why don't you give me a good old-fashioned order, huh? Like you used to. You don't mind. Even though I'm not a prosecutor anymore. I thought I told you already. A detective investigates for himself, not just for prosecutors. Thank you. Investigation complete. Mr. Edgeworth, we're almost out of time. You're right. We need to hurry. I doubt Judge Cavell and the others can hold much longer. I'm counting on you, Detective Gumshoe. I won't let you down, sir. It won't be an official search. I'll do my best to get the guys on it. You count on that. I'm coming too, Gummy. I promised I'd snatch Sean from the jaws of danger, and that's what I'm just going to do. I'll head back to the courthouse. Who knows, I might be able to drag proceedings out a little longer. Alright, with me, everybody. Even in the depths of night. Ugh, already striking 2. There isn't a moment to lose. Yeah, sure. But I didn't finish. When the other 2 dares to take flight. Well, it isn't our friend, ex-prosecutor Edgeworth. Hello, dear boy. Excelsius winner. The accused will turn and face the prosecution. I am not done with you yet. I already told you, Franziska. It doesn't make any sense. Why would I help her? I feel for her, of course. A woman in her prime sent to prison. It's enough to make a grown man cry. But I'd suppress the evidence in order to keep her out of jail cell. No, it's preposterous.
Objection!
We have a statement from her own son. He says he entrusted the evidence to your care. I'm afraid I don't know what he's talking about. Or why would he say such a thing? I don't know what got into him lately.
Objection!
What if I could provide that you and Warden the Guard is much more closely associated than you claim? I'm sorry, Prove. I think you've been over this, dear boy. You're an ex-prosecutor, remember? Are you even allowed in this part of the courtroom anymore? Miles Edgeworth, I am the one prosecuting this case. What are you thinking barging in like this? I'm sorry, Franziska, but it's important. May I speak on behalf of the prosecution just briefly? Well, what are you doing? Okay. I'm gonna stop there, guys. And we will continue on Friday. I'll see you guys then.